Our Region's Business is sponsored by PNC for the Achiever in you. Welcome to Our Region's Business with your host, Bill Flanagan.
Today on Our Region's Business, we're on the road here at Idlewild Park in Ligonier in Westmoreland County, Pennsylvania. Idlewild is among the nation's oldest amusement parks, now in its 138th season. But its newest attraction is right on the cutting edge when it comes to theme park and entertainment technology and entertainment. Idlewild partnered with Pittsburgh's Shell Games and the Fred Rogers Company to create Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Ride. Find out more about their contribution later in the program. But first, the debut of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood, at least here at Idlewild. The award-winning animated preschool series has become a theme park attraction here, following the same track used by the former Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood of Make-Believe ride. Ed Saxton is Assistant General Manager for Idlewild and Soak Zone and the Project Manager for Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood Ride. Thanks for hosting us today.
Thanks for coming out. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, this is a big transition for Idlewild Park and the Neighborhood of Make-Believe. How'd this come about?
It's huge for us. With the popularity of the new Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood TV show, we reached out to the Fred Rogers Company to explore about how we could get Daniel here at the park. It's what kids today were looking for in the park. They would call, they would ask if Daniel was going to be here.
Well, really, because I mean, Daniel Tiger's really turned out to be something of a phenomenon on PBS. Millions and millions of downloads, and so you actually begin to see that in terms of what people think of when they think of the neighborhood?
Oh, absolutely. Before the new ride, people would call and ask, is Daniel going to be there? The same Daniel that my kids see in the cartoons. So it's been great for us to really have that Daniel here and kids experiencing their neighborhood of make-believe that they're growing up in.
You know, I got to tell you, I was out here as a television reporter over 25 years ago when Mr. Rogers himself came out to do the final inspection on the ride. And so there's a lot of charm, there's a lot of history and a lot of heritage. That had to be a little tough to think, is that anything we should tamper with?
It was a daunting task, but our goal was to come together with the Fred Rogers Company. They introduced us to Shell Games, a local design firm who has great experience. Jesse Shell, CEO, has a great background in ride design. And it was really important for the three of us to come together. The main goal was to make sure we did not lose the heart and charm of the original ride.
And it is essentially a very similar story. If anybody who's taken their kids on the ride over the last 25 years is going to remember the story, some of the characters have changed.
Yes, it's descendants of the characters of the original show. We wanted to make sure we kept the story very familiar. We didn't want to tamper with that charm on the ride. But we added some new things in there too. There's some more interacting with the trolley driver and Daniel, and the scenes that kids really, really enjoy.
And so the reaction has been great so far?
It has been phenomenal. People come off the ride and you see it in their eyes. You know, I remember riding the ride when I was a kid, waiting for Idlewild to transport me to the neighborhood of make-believe that I grew up in. And now I can see it on the faces of a new generation of kids waiting in line to ride the ride, going to their neighborhood, the neighborhood they're growing up on. And it's magic to them. You see the look in their face when they come off the ride with their parents. It's magical.
It is a lot of fun, but it's not Daniel Tiger's only presence here at Idlewild these days, right?
That's correct. We also added a new live stage show called Daniel Tiger's Gurific Day, plays 3 times a day here, and it has been a huge hit as well. It's a chance for kids to come out and they see a show with songs that they're already singing with their parents, probably verbatim at home and dancing with, and the chance that they can sing and dance with Katarina and Daniel right there on stage.
And so that's become a big attraction as well. And more to come later in the summer that's sort of built around this whole theme?
We just announced that this August we're going to be featuring a new event called Neighbor Days here at the park, which will be your chance to come out and meet Daniel, Katarina, O the Owl, Prince Wednesday, Miss Elena. So it's the one spot in the world where you can come meet all your favorite neighbors that your kids have really become friends with through the show.
That's really terrific. How do people come from how far to go to Idlewild Park?
Oh, it really spreads. We actually just had a family fly in from New York City specifically because they love Daniel Tiger. But it's a regional park, and 3 hours is definitely not too short of a drive to come here.
Yeah, but it's better and better connected these days given what's been going on with air service and just all the activity around Pittsburgh.
It's absolutely great. It's been easy to get to for a lot of families, and they realize just how great the drive is here and just how short it really is. And I mean, the setting that we're in here is something that you can't really compare with anywhere else.
Well, it really is remarkable to be just nestled in the woods here. And of course, nowadays you have the water park as well. The company's also been investing in that attraction as well.
The water park has grown pretty immensely in the last handful of years with the addition of a new wave pool and a new lazy river have really updated the water park into one of the premier water parks in the region. It's a great reason for people to come out to the Laurel Highlands.
Yet you think about Daniel Tiger really targeting a fairly young child, right? I would assume the water park sort of extends your market a little bit.
It does. The water park is the one thing that extends our market. We do realize that, we're a real stroller park. We're here for kids. We've been voted best kids park in the world for the last 5 years. So that's huge. And also best family park for the last number of years. So it's been really big for us, but the water park, the new additions there really do extend the base, so there's something here for the entire family to enjoy.
And then I guess for people who aren't aware, the park is part of a family of amusement parks here in our region as well, right?
Correct, yeah, we're part of the Kennywood and Sandcastle are part of our sister parks. So it's a great way to spend a whole weekend. You spend a day here, spend a day at Kennywood, Sandcastle. It's a great way to visit the entire Western PA region.
And I guess no matter how old the kids are, at least one of the parks is going to have something
We
for
have
pretty
something
much everybody.
for everyone.
Well, it's exciting to see. It's great to see the attraction and then the Daniel Tiger ride being accepted here. And congratulations on what you've been able to do here at Idlewild Park.
Thank you so much. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up, the homegrown business that carries on Mr. Rogers' legacy in a variety of media, the Fred Rogers Company, when our region's business returns. Stay with us.